Welcome to our review of the old train engine shed from the Bricklink Designer Program sets. Now, and this is from Series 1. Now, they did a couple of the Invitational Bricklink series, which don't count for some reason, but this is part of Series 1. I already reviewed the Snack Shack, so if you want to see that video, go and watch it. But we're here to review the second set that I got out of this, the Bricklink old train engine shed. And so anyway, this comes with 6 minifigures. It boasts 2,331 pieces and retailed for $230. Now this at first glance is a pretty big large set. For $230, I mean, like, this is spanning across 2 base plates. Very huge. I mean, the Tudor corner only spans 1 base plate. Yes, it's a bit taller, but as far as like the amount of footprint that this thing gives off, it's much bigger. 2 32 by 32 base plates here, and a lot of it is the building. Now, a little bit is the actual train track that's there, but most of it is the building, I would say. Anyway, we'll go through all the details, all the minifigures, tell you if you should buy it. We'll tell you what the current value is now, because this was a pre-order. It's not like a Lego set that like is just readily available in stores. It's only available for purchase through the Bricklink Designer Program or out on the aftermarket, and so I'm pretty sure this is definitely long gone, sold out. This came out months ago. Finally, we have all of them came in. Yes, this was a pre-order. All of them came in, and we finally get to see what we actually bought. A lot of big parts in this set, so I'm actually really surprised that it's not more like $250 or $260. Yeah, the price seems very reasonable, and the building is very large. Now, going into some details, we're going to start with the front train yard here. And so the train yard, there's one like problem. Like, I feel like this old train engine shed is kind of missing the train. I feel like we could have gotten a really cool old locomotive with this set and, you know, bring the price tag up a little bit, but include one of those. But nonetheless, this is what we got. Anyway, there's train track right there, beautifully detailed. It was a little repetitive putting all those reddish brown bricks down, but it was really nice. You get this really cool kind of electric fence kind of design on the back side, which is really nice to see with those kind of rubbery big long pieces there. A little cart with some crates and stuff on it, and overall very beautifully detailed. Going to the front of the train shed, you have these beautiful big green doors, and then this really cool electric pole design, which is just beautifully done here. I really like that, with the wires connecting up, making it like, yes, this has electricity. There's like actual wires. It's not just your imagination. That's really cool. And then some sort of light, I believe, maybe a really long black pole, which is really nice. The doors do open, and they're beautifully detailed as well, using garage door pieces to make the glass in there, and you just get a wonderful shot of the inside, which I'm peeking through right now. Just amazing. And I'll try to see if I can get this effect, but basically with all the clear window pieces, even if it's like, you know, just like, usually Lego sets are very dark if the roof is on there, but there's light coming through, which is a really nice effect that you got here. You got a light on the top as well, and the whole exterior of the train shed is really nicely detailed with this beautiful dark orange and medium nougat reddish brown combo you got going on here. And then just bits of foliage and olive green plants kind of growing over it, which is really nice to see. And then a little bit of white and black and silver accent colors just really make this kind of come to life, in my opinion. The subtle mix of masonry bricks along with normal bricks is really nice to kind of break up that solidness of it and kind of make it more look a little bit older, a little bit more broken down, which is really nice to see. And those dark green window pieces are amazing as well. And it was a little repetitive putting all those together, but the end result looks fabulous. And just all the texturing and the depth that they were able to get with this was really nice. You got some piping on the top, which is really cool, kind of a little gutter system you got there. In the back, you had this really cool, like, different design for a shed that's going off of this big shed, you know. And this is like a little kitchen house, kind of. They had some stuff in there. We'll get to the interior in a second, but this really cool technique that makes it look kind of a log cabiny kind of feel. Now, I don't like how the roof is just kind of placed on there. It doesn't really center up well. There's no like snapping into it, which I really like if the roof snapped in, but it doesn't. It just kind of sits there and lays there. But overall, the exterior is beautiful. No problems at all whatsoever. Now, getting into the interior of the little side build thing we have here, you get a little kind of kitchen area, and you get a a little old telephone, a lamp there, and a stove, which actually has piping that connects out to the outside to let the, the fumes and the smoke go out. A little log there, maybe that's fueling the fire, or maybe they're going to sit on it. And then a little cabinet as well with a sand green teapot and a little pitcher up there as well. Very nicely detailed and tiled off to boot. There's a fan on the outside, which is kind of making this more of an industrial kind of feel, which I really like. And then going onto the top of the roof before we get into the main interior, this is really cool as well. You have these kind of smokestacks that are kind of like more exhaust, and then just this silver lining that's going through, making this kind of, I guess, airflow better. The black roof is really nicely sloped. And yeah, so it's a really, really nice roof, a beautiful cap to the walls. Now this roof does come off, and it's pretty sturdy here, and you can see that there, it just comes off. A little bit of a pain to put on and off, but it's really nice. And so taking that off, we can actually get access to the interior here. A very large, spacious interior. So we'll go through each of the details. Starting off, you had this thing that like rolls. It just lays in there, and it's this kind of crane, and it can move side to side, and it's really, really nice. And yeah, you can just fling that back and forth. Whatever you're working on, it can do it. Now, starting in on this really cool, like kind of milling, like maybe a railroad wheel miller here, which is really nice. Machine there. You got a door going out to that little side building. You have some brooms and such, a little exhaust, some more details. A cart that, like kind of a tool cart that can be rolled up and down. That's, I believe, a drill press, and there's lights as well. And the interior is beautifully detailed and tiled off, which I really like. So, and yeah, the one thing I do have to mention, on the windows, there's these like kind of stickered elements which kind of bring it to life. I'm not exactly sure what this is trying to represent, but it's there, so just to point that out. But yeah, all the little interior details are fabulously done. Let's put the roof back on, and it just kind of snaps on like that, and boom, it's back on. So yeah, really, really nice interior here, and that's all I have to say for the build. I mean, the build is beautifully done. There's no problems with it, and yeah, the build's amazing. There's also a clock on the outside as well, which I believe is a stickered element. There's a lot of stickers in this set, but some prints as well, which are nice. So there you have it, that's the building. Now we're gonna go on to the 6 minifigures you get, and this is where things kind of take a little bit of a turn, and kind of similar problems to I had the Tudor Corner. The Tudor Corner was an amazing build. If you watch the review, you can go watch that. It's an amazing build, but the minifigures kind of lack. So we'll go through some of the minifigs here. First off, we have this kind of construction worker lady, which has dual molded legs, which the dual molded legs are very nice. She has a little accessory there, and yeah, a decent figure, but nothing crazy, nothing special. We've seen all this in other Lego sets before. So we have this worker here, which is nice as well. She's got a hat, nice navy blue hat there, and is not bad. Then we got one of my favorite figures. I don't know what kind of accessory she's holding there. Kind of a camera looking thing, but the dual molded dark tan and reddish brown legs are really nice, and then the Octan logo there on her shirt. That's the most important thing. That's the coolest thing. And I don't know how common of a torso that is, but that's really nice to get in this set. Then you get just a guy eating some chicken. He's kind of the farmer, I mean not the farmer, the worker back there in the kitchen area, I guess making up meals for everybody. But yeah, he's pretty tight, and I like him a lot with that flannel shirt. Then you get a really nice, unique figure here. And he has this kind of like ring, and he has some oxygen tanks on the back of him. I'm not exactly sure why he is, but one of his legs is a prosthetic, which is really nice to kind of represent people that, don't have all their limbs. It's really nice to get in a set like this. And he's got a hard hat as well. Very nice figure. And you get a kind of maybe the overseer, maybe, or the kind of manager of this whole operation. He's got some years on him, and still working away though. With the blacksmith torso we got in some other sets. So yeah, all these, none of these are like unique prints or anything. You get a dog, which is nice as well. But none of these are unique prints, and most of them don't even have leg printing. Some, but most don't. And I mean, yeah, so it just feels like they kind of got lazy. I mean, I understand that the whole Bricklink designer program is not making new like parts, because one of the biggest things around making new Lego sets, one of the most expensive things, is making new parts, making new prints. doing something to their production line that has to make it where they expand their production line. That's what costs so much. And so with this, they're trying not to do that. And that's kind of one of their rules. But I wish they would give us unique minifigures, especially for something that's so limited. I feel like I don't know. I wish that they would give us custom minifigures that were unseen prints, all exclusives to the Bricklink designer sets. I think that'd be really cool. So all in all, I love the Bricklink designer program. There is one small issue that I kind of see with all the Bricklink designer programs, is they're all really nicely done. But the instructions, you don't get physical instructions, you have to do digital instructions, and looking on a phone it's okay, it's passable, but it's not ideal, I feel like they could definitely include some nice printed instructions, would go a long way. Now let's see what this is actually worth now, because at the time of release, $230 is very nice. Like, definitely go ahead and pick it up at the $230, but chances are you're not going to be able to get this for $230 now, since it's all sold out. It's going for about $270 new on Bricklink, and about used $250. And so that's not really that bad, but it still has gone up a little bit. And I would suggest, if you want this set, do not wait, because it will continue to go up. I believe this set will easily get, in a couple of years, probably $300-400. I would not be surprised if it got up to that. So I would definitely encourage you guys to go and get this set while you can. And I'm happy that it hasn't gone up that much, but I think in the future it definitely will. And you know what this set is missing? There is one huge thing that I think it's missing: a Ned Kelly minifigure. Yes, the Australian bush ranger we created for Brickafit, my company. If you want to go buy him, you can watch this video and learn all about him, but I would suggest you go ahead and buy him. He's an amazing figure. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.